troubles away. Oh, it's a happy day. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. Oh, when spirit washed. Yes, when spirit washed. Oh, yes, spirit washed. She washed our troubles away. It's a happy day. God left behind.
thank them again. Let's thank the band. Let's thank Liz for this flower arrangement, because it certainly wasn't me. You know, I do, people walk up and go, you just have such a good time. And actually, I really do. I mean, when I look around, when I think of God's goodness to me, I can't help but rejoice. I really can't help but rejoice. Everything that everybody said wasn't possible, God made it possible. Yes, yes, yes. So this morning, I'm talking about the Fear Posse. The Fear Posse. And our spiritual principle comes from our affirmation that God did not give us the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. And a sound mind is important. It has been translated into different words, but nothing gives it its value like saying, she ain't got a sound mind. You know, in the words of my mother, poor baby, she ain't got a sound mind. And I am inspired by the book When Fear Speaks, Listen, The 7 Messengers of Fear, authored by Dennis Merritt Jones, one of our ministers. Have you ever really been afraid? Have you ever really been scared? Are you scared today? Amen. One of my friends when I was in college had his own home, and so of course that's where we hung out. And so his stereo system, remember the days you had the components? You had the receiver, and you know, you had a turntable and speakers on the side. For those of you that understand what that is, you're younger than the rest of us. But the receiver died, and so I took my receiver, my Marantz. Where did I remember that from? I took my Marantz receiver and I took it to this house. And so, oddly enough, I went by there one day. I was around there all the time, and I went by there. And so I walked in the house, and the receiver was gone, and the basement door was open. Now, let's be clear. Obviously, I was not paying attention, okay? I was not paying attention. So as I went downstairs thinking that he was downstairs, now I had never been in Lewis's basement. I didn't even know if there was anything down there. But I did not pay attention to the signs. When I got down to the basement, I heard a noise on the second floor of the house. And then I realized, oh my God, somebody broke in. And they are still here. You want to talk about being scared? I was scared. I can still feel it to this day. I was so afraid at the time because I was trapped. Have you ever been trapped? I couldn't get out. I mean, the only thing I can think of is I'm going to have to pass them to get out the door. And the one thing about doors in Detroit, they have locks on both sides. Okay? You got to have the key to get in and the key to get out. And fortunately, there were no bars in place, those of you who understand what that means too. And so I'm trapped. What do I do? So I got behind the furnace. And really, I have no idea how long I was there, because I'm sure I had an anxiety attack because I did not come out until I heard Lewis's voice. I was scared to death. So I understand what it is to have fear. That was one of those times when I was trapped. I feel like I couldn't get out. And by the way, that is the thing that I fear the most. The idea of being trapped is something that really bothers me. I don't know why. I've never been trapped other than that time. But it's one of those things that I have to remind myself. It brings me anxiety, honestly, when I think about it. And if I wasn't honest with you, I would say that I'm beyond it. And I'm spiritually elevated, and it really doesn't bother me anymore. But a lot of stuff bothers me, just being honest. And so I realized that I'm trapped, but I have to, what am I going to do? And all I could do, again, I hope I was praying as I was having my anxiety attack. I'm not really sure, because I don't really remember what happened, but I just knew, I was like, oh my God, can I get out of here? And fortunately, I did. Lewis did show up, and of course, it was stolen, all of the above. But I know what it is to be afraid. I know what it is to have fear. And so my question to you this morning is, are you experiencing fear right now? Today, in life, last week, in the last month, in the last 3 months? So we can be in situations in life, but the issue about fear is we are fearful about the future, not the position that we are in right now. False evidence appearing real is the false evidence that you believe that you are separated from the divine. And you can never be separated because it's not based on us. It's based on it. The love that is there cannot do anything else but love. You can also, fear is to face everything and run. And that's typically what most of us do. We face everything and run. So this morning, though, we want to talk about facing everything and rethinking, to rethink. Because we have this unlimited power that we have access to if we're willing to access the power and not be lost in the fear. Now, a posse can be the group of people you like to hang out with. Actually, many people would say, this is my posse right here. So your posse can be the people that you actually hang out with. But historically, that wasn't what it was. It was the volunteer army. The volunteer army that waited till you activated them, that you called up the posse. And the thing about fear is it calls up the posse. It brings all of these things along with it to torment us because we have created this story in our own mind. We volunteer to activate what we really don't want to experience. But the fear of the past and the fear of the future is what gets us in trouble because fear has a purpose. But it only has a purpose to identify for you that you are in danger right now. You can be at fear. It is there to save your life. That you experience fear when you are in danger. But when you are not in danger and you project into the future what is you're going to experience and all the bad things that you are going to happen, you have decided to traumatize yourself now until that happens. And hopefully, if you're traumatizing yourself, it happens fast because it could be a long time that you can be traumatized. Anybody got any fears from their youth that they still have? Yeah, thank God there was no video in those days. So anger is the thing that is masked because this is in our society, this is what we have to deal with. What we deal with is one of the posse members, which is anger. We don't really say that, people don't say they are in fear when they're oppressing other people, when they're practicing racism. They don't say that anything about that they are angry. They are angry because they think they are going to lose something that wasn't theirs in the first place. Because the one thing about the divine is your good is never lost. Your good is never lost. If you don't remember anything else I tell you, your good is never lost. And if you wait on it, it will show up. But if you decide to live in fear, you're going to traumatize yourself going into the future. So let's look and see where your anger or your trauma is. You know, are you angry about the elimination of federal employees? Yes. Are you worried about Medicaid? Yes. I can tell you my company is. Is there any judgment that we have made on DEI elimination? Yes. Are we concerned about the selfishness of people who raid people's home under the context of ICE? Yes. Is there shame? Have you gotten to the point where you are in a crowd and you realize you are the outsider? Yes. That you kind of go, wow, something let whatever's in you out and I don't like it. You know, because I hear some venom now that people were ashamed to share in the past. Now they have no problem sharing their venom. What about shame? The fact that you understand, you feel as if you are wrong. Not that you did something wrong, but the society tells you that you are wrong, that you are forgotten, you are lost, you are unredeemable. What about loneliness? Do you feel like you're the only one sometimes? The only sane person, the only person in the room with a sound mind? It's the loneliness of dealing in a world where there is bias and there's prejudice and there's racism. And the uncertainty. I will get to you eventually. Let's talk about uncertainty. That the thing that torments us the most is uncertainty. Were we certain before? Were we? See, the thing, we like to rewrite history. We want to think and reflect back that it was better in the past. And it may have been, but don't forget it can be better in the future. But you may have to participate in what is necessary for it to be better in the future. Fear is the posse leader. And this is what comes to torment us. But fear is our friend when we are in danger. But right in the middle of the word danger is the word anger. And every time there is anger, there is danger. And for those of you who feel that you need to worry about what is going on in the world, worry is not a spiritual practice. It's really not. It's really not. I used to think that if I worried about oppression and the things that happen to other people, that I was doing something productive. No, it's not. I'm just occupied in my own stuff. That's what that necessarily means. But you have to deal with the fact that this is how you feel, because fear is this primal energy. It was designed within us to save us when we are in danger. When you are in danger, you don't need your higher function. You need one of three things: flight, fight, or freeze. In certain situations, you better freeze. In other situations, you better run. That's what it is designed for. But when you fear about what is happening in the future, is you are traumatizing yourself right now for something that has not happened. And remind me of this tomorrow when I'm upset and stressed out, because I guarantee you it'll happen for me as well. False evidence appearing real that we could ever be separated from the divine. And I am willing to tell anybody who teaches something different, oh, I'm sorry, baby, you're just wrong. You're just wrong, because the eternal love of God is eternal. It is all that the universe needs to do. It is all that people need to do. It's just to get in line with love. If you get in line with love, your behavior will only be loving. Remember, God does not just do loving things. God is love. And there is a difference. Because sometimes I do loving things, but there's sometimes I am not love. And if there's video, it wasn't me, because I can act out just like everyone else. Worry is like resuscitating the fears of the future. You just keep pounding on it and pounding on it to see if something is going to change, because we have told ourselves if we worry about it, or we're angry about it, or we're upset about it, or we scream at the television and all that kind of stuff, that we're actually doing something. Now, please, there's no judgment here. I do all of that stuff too. We all do. The thing is you can experience it, but don't move in. Don't move in. Don't be angry. Have you ever met people who are just angry? Woo, they suck all the air out of the room. They're just angry. They are angry about nothing. And they are angry all the time, and they cannot contain it. But here's the thing, it's just a mask for fear. It's just a mask for fear. When you are in danger, you need to fear. When you are not in danger, fear is not going to help you. It is only going to traumatize you. And you have to figure out how you're going to go beyond. So you go, well, why is that such a big deal? Because there's a physiology to fear. We go brain dead. Our higher functions are no longer active. We just look at a way to survive. If you are worried about the future and fear about the future perpetually, in other words, what you're saying is, my life is at risk continually going forward. That is self-abuse. It is not going to get you anywhere. Now, there will be somebody that will send me a note and go, well, I'm upset about everything that's going on. Well, be upset. I don't care if you're upset. You don't need to tell me. You don't need to look for absolution from me. That's because I feel that way too, but you cannot stay there. You cannot stay. To stay there is to traumatize yourself going forward, freezing your brain, limiting your ability for your higher functions, and just functioning in a survival mode as if you are going to thrive in a survival mode. That is the comparison of a marathon to a sprint. Most of us can do a sprint, but a marathon, how many people can do a marathon? I know I can't. Yeah, I'll rent one of you people that I need for a marathon. Because if you are worried and live in fear, you are on the marathon. You are not giving yourself a break whatsoever. And it will only stress out you and your life and prevent you from making good decisions. Now, I understand there is a lot of fear in the world right now, masked as all kinds of things of the posse. I get it. I understand. And I hope that we become ever more understanding of what we have to do to move things along. But I have to say that we have to brighten the area in the world that we are in right now. Because if you're just worried about what everybody else is doing, honey, you're not doing your work. Our work is to be light in the world when there is nothing but darkness around us. If you want to know your purpose, understand you are meant to be light in the world when there's nothing else around you but darkness. But every fear that we have and all the anger and all the anxiety and all the worry, God did not give it to us. God gave us the spirit of love, of power, and a sound mind. And let's talk about power, because it means something really different in this context. It is supernatural power. It's the power that we don't have on our own. It's the power to be in faith when you don't know what to believe. It's when everything is falling apart, can you necessarily stay in faith? That's the power. Think dynamite. That it is the dynamite of the Spirit to blow up everything that's in opposition to you. And most of the time, we have built it ourselves. No one made you fear. They triggered what was in you already. But if God didn't give it to us, I don't have to keep it. Because God did not give us the spirit of fear, but of power and love and a sound mind. And sound mind is about self-control when everything around you is going crazy. God has given you that. And when you don't feel like you are in your sound mind, if you are not in danger, you've got to ask yourself, where is God in this? Where is the gold? What do I need to understand? More than likely, we are doing it to ourselves. The fear that we all experience, God did not give us. It is not a principle. It is a condition. It is subject to change. And therefore, since it's subject to change, how do we change it? Because we change our thought about it. If you want to be fearful, go right ahead. But call me sometime, because after a while, if you remain fearful, you will isolate yourself from the rest of the world. You won't come and be here because you're just afraid. How can we be afraid when we have been given the eternal love of God that dwells within us? There is nothing but oneness. The false evidence appearing real only says that we're separated, and we're not ever at all separated from that love. But when you are in fear and you are not in danger, recognize that that was not given to you by the divine. You were given power, love, and a sound mind. And so it is.